Craig with Green Fiber, and today we're going to walk you through the steps and processes of how to do wall spray with Sanctuary. All right, first things first, we have to do our prep work. We have already air sealed and caulked all penetrations, and now we need to cover the outlet boxes, cover the window, and sweep the floor. Now this portion is very important because the debris can damage the machine, can stop your whole process. Super important to have that floor clean before you start spraying. Now that all the prep's done, time to get our equipment in here. Okay, first thing we gotta do is connect our spray hose, 3-inch line, about 150 feet. Next is to attach our 4-inch vacuum hose. This particular machine has an M3 Wayner pump, and we're gonna set the PSI, the water pressure, at 320 pounds. So this particular cool machine here has 2 hoppers, and we're gonna adjust the slide gates. The dry material is gonna be on 3, and the reclaim, which is a totally separate hopper where all the material gets vacuumed into, is gonna be fully open on 8. The last setting is gonna be the air pressure, which is gonna be about 3/4. On this machine, it's the number 8. I'm gonna go a little bit over this nozzle because there's some important tips. Number 1, when you lay this thing down and you go start the machine, make sure your water valve's off, or you're just gonna make a mess in here. Secondly, there's a top to these nozzles, and it's because of the way that the water sprays into the wall and it wets it properly. It's important that you have it upright, straight, and that these tips are also in line with the nozzle. All right, one final thing, you wanna take these jets out, make sure there's no debris. That way, when you're spraying, you can properly atomize the product. All right, now we need to go over application. So once the machine's started and you got your remote with you and you're ready to turn it on, you wanna crank open the water, turn the material on, and then it's gonna mist the material and dampen it, and you wanna spray some on the ground and vacuum it up so that you get reclaim into the machine so that it can blend with your dry material. Once that has happened, you can start to spray, and there is a process to that. We're gonna use this cavity here as an example of a full bay. So this would be the bottom plate, this is the top plate. So you start your machine, you already got your reclaim, water's going. You start by putting a downward angle, back and forth, building on top of the material as you go up, making sure that that material comes past the face of both sides of the cavity. It's also important to fill the cavities on either side at the bottom by the one you're working on. And the reason you do that is because you don't want loose material down in the bottom. You want to fill it with impacted material. So another important thing is you never point upward as you're spraying. Level or downward. Definitely downward in the beginning and slightly downward as you go up, or level, but not upward. Then as you build and you go all the way to the top, looking at the material below the nozzle, not above it, as you stack it. This part is very important. Once you get to the top, you want to step in and stay level and make sure that that product is impacting and getting this top plate wet, because if you angle this nozzle, the way that the water comes past the nozzle is above it, it won't wet the top plate, it won't adhere properly to the cavity, and that's where you get the smiley faces. So when are you able to actually cover up the wall spray? 25% moisture or 24 hours, whichever comes first. And I want to add that if installed properly, Sanctuary will dry to about 14% moisture in 24 hours, which is essentially what a stud is.